Hello and welcome to today's video. This is going to be my April bullet journal setup. We're going to be setting up every single spread for April. So that is the monthly page, the calendar page, the brain dump page, and then all four of the weekly setup pages. I have already done it, so I will show that momentarily, but I thought I'd just kind of tell you what I'm using first. I've basically decided this year that I want my bullet journal to be pretty, but once the year is out, I don't really look at this ever again. So I don't really want to be spending any money on things for my bullet journal. I want to make it as pretty as possible with basically zero cost. So that is what I've done. I have here a load of different papers. Obviously it helps that I do a lot of scrapbooking and reading journaling and like mood boarding, so I do already have a lot of stuff. So these are just some scrap papers. Everything here, there is just like the odd one or two pages left of from random places, more than likely purchased from a craft store, online, or from a charity shop. I know a lot of them are from charity shops. For instance, like this piece of paper here, what's left of this was a big piece I got from the charity shop for like 10 pence. So yeah, these are just kind of leftover bits. And then there are quite a few papers in this one. This is the Floral Dreams pack from Make and Create, which is the Works. So this is the Works brand, and there's still quite a few left in here, and these were also the colours. I basically picked out greens, blues and purples and thought we will give that a go. So those were the papers, and then I also went through my stickers and found a load of random stickers that I've got left over. So we've got quite a few purple stickers, we've got butterflies, we've got like leaves, some alphabet stickers, some more leafy stickers, some sparkly stickers, more sparkly stickers. This is also a sticker sheet, and yeah, just basically loads of leftover stuff. So nothing in particular that I was looking for, but just lots of random bits and bobs, pieces of paper that are a lot of fun. So yeah, that's it in terms of paper and stickers. And then we also have pens. So the 5 pens I ended up using, the only actual pen that I used was the Stabilo 0.88 fine liner in 0.4, and this is colour 88/45, and it's just like the dark brown colour. Then I used 2 Crayola Super Tips. These don't have a colour code on them, but I do believe that both of these were out of the pastel pack that you can get, and this is just like a light blue and a minty green colour. And then I also used 2 Zebra mild liners. These are the colours violet and blue, and these are just very light purple and very light blue shades, and I'm a fan. So this is kind of like the pen things that I ended up using, and that is pretty much it. So I will play you the time lapse of me setting this up, and then I'll come back at the end and do a flip through of how all the finished pages look.
Okay, so that is how the setup went. If we flip to April, this is our main calendar page for April. There we go. I think that is centered. Let's see if I can zoom it in at all. Can we get any closer? Yes. Okay. Is that maybe a little bit further out? There we go. So this is our main monthly spread. We've got the April title, mini calendar, and a space to put my goals for the month. This is everything I want on my monthly page, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really pretty, to be honest. It's quite a mixture of things, a lot of random stickers, a lot of random packs, but I think they work well together, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now if we flip over to the monthly calendar page, we've got the calendar set up. These are all 2.5 centimetres by 3 centimetre boxes, and for this month I decided to leave a gap of 1 box in between all of them, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. Again, went for the blues, went for the purples, lots of scrappy papers, used these corner pieces from one of the sticker sheets, used these stickers but put on top of colourful paper.
I'm happy with this. I think it turned out pretty decent. I'm really happy with the results. I haven't gone through and put in like the stuff for April yet, but I basically just fill this out with any birthdays, any like bin days, any cat days, like anything that's important that we've got locked in for April goes here, and then it will get transferred through to the weekly pages when relevant. Then we have the brain dump page, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really decent. For my brain dump, I always like to leave as much blank space as possible, so at any time in the month it is very usable. And I really like how I managed to use this big tree. Every time we have like yearly calendars, once that year is up, I will go through and cut out any like arty designs from the calendars, and I believe this is still from 2023's calendar, so it's nice to be able to use it, and I think it worked really well with kind of like the vibes that ended up happening over the month. And then we are up to our first weekly spread for this one. I went with a couple of purple stickers, some green stickers, and made it purple. It's super simple, super easy, but this is what works for me. These are 9cm by 6cm squares, and every day of the week gets a square to itself, and then the 2 weekend days halve that. So this is 6cm by 4.5cm, and the same for Sunday. And this is just the layout that works best for me. This pretty much ensures that when I write to do list within this space, there is a really high percentage chance of me being able to complete my to-do list for the day. And this is just the size that I've ended up sticking with. I've been doing this for a few years now, and a few months I will try changing it up and doing something new, but we always end up going back to this. It just works well. I really enjoy it. And obviously ideally I'd be doing less of a weekend, so half the size of those boxes. So that is the first weekly setup. Then we have our second weekly setup. I really like this. These are some fairy things that I got from a charity shop a long while ago, honestly, but I've got quite a few of these fairies that I've cut out, and they're just in some massive packs, and I thought this would be the perfect month to use them. I really like the colours, I really liked how they looked, and like introducing like this more minty green colour to this one as well. So yeah, really happy with that one. Then I tried to do a relatively similar page to the first week. This is our third weekly setup, again using those purple pictures, a couple of butterflies and a couple of pieces of scrap paper, and I think having the same elements but with a different layout works really well. So yeah, really happy with this one. And then our fourth and final weekly setup looks a little different. It's a little bit darker toned, but I'd got these bird cutouts again from that calendar from a few years ago, and I just thought these would work really well in these big gaps that we have. And then I found this paper to put behind it, and yeah, it's a little bit darker, but I think it still works. And honestly, by itself it looks nice, and that is basically the only way I'm going to look at it. So even if it's not quite the same colour scheme as the rest of the month, I'm really happy with this, and I'm sure the week I come to it I will enjoy it very much. So yeah, those were all of the monthly setup pages. That was my April bullet journal setup. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you did. Subscribe down below if you'd like to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.